Welcome to the Big and Small Podcast, coming to you from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Just a couple of guys drinking some beers, having some chow, and talking all things sports.
All right, boys. Episode 79 about to begin. We got the Bruins on here. We'll talk about them in a minute. A lot of stuff going on with the Pats. Red Sox getting underway. Celtics. All the pink hats are losing their mind because they lost to OKC. We'll get into that. I already mentioned the Bruins. Oh, they scored. All right, boys. Get them up. Episode 79 about to begin.
Sure, yes. Thanks to our millions of viewers. Dougie, thanks for putting this together. And happy St. Patty's Day. We've got the Stevie Rich concert coming to town Monday at Gillis' Family Tavern.
Let me know how it goes.
Coach will not be attending. It's 8 o'clock start.
8?
Yeah.
That's even worse.
I know. It's crazy. That's what I said. So what are you doing? I mean, at least you could have done like a happy hour and people would have went home.
Right.
But just poor planning, as they call it.
Yep.
PPP, Dougie's nothing worse.
Exactly. So we got a lot to unfold this episode. We're going to try to, trim some fat in different places, but we got a lot of stuff to get to. So we're going to start off with the Celtics.
Yes. Celtics, they were on a great run. And, Oklahoma City came in last night. They beat them. They died by the 3 last night, but what was it? 35-12 free throws in your own barn? Tilted to OKC. I mean, I was looking at that game because
you have to drive the hoop to get a foul.
No, I understand, but I mean, I was watching that game to say, okay, is Gilchrist better than Tatum?
It was 35-12, but you only hit 25.
No, I'm talking about free throws.
Free throws, yeah.
OKC had the edge.
Right, they hit 25 out of 35, and you hit 10 out of 12.
I know, but still, in your own house, that's atrocious. But I was looking for the matchup, the MVP matchup, and Gilchrist gets a lot of calls. They had a stat. He has over 100 more free throw attempts than any other person in the league. That's outrageous. He's got 500 and something.
I haven't watched him play enough, to be honest, but at that game...
I watched it last night.
I did too. He's very talented. But I'll tell you one thing he does do. He grabs every single play. On every layup, he is here with his arm, and they never call him.
Yeah.
Never call. The body stuff up top, I don't care. But he's very talented. But he does it every play. He follows more than any guy defensively, too. I've never seen him keeps getting away with it. He has like this little knack. He gets under the arm if you saw it. Well, if you watch it, watch the highlight. It's crazy how he does that hook every single time he gets away with it. But he's talented. Now the Patriots, it was disgraceful what the Celtics did last night. Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful that second half. They should be embarrassed. Jaylen Brown made a fool of himself. Pritchard couldn't throw a ball in the ocean. Hauser couldn't defend. Classic. I mean, they got outworked. Mazzulla got outcoached, and this is my concern with this club. That team was playing they've been on a road trip all over the place, coming to a well-rested Boston guy, prime time game, and you pull that shenanigans in the fourth quarter. Absolutely disgraceful. And what they weren't talking on talk radio today is what the coach did from what's his name, Dan Antonio from OKC.
I forget his name, but he's from Leominster, Mass.
Yeah, he's a good coach, but he played a lot of zone.
He did.
And so what he did with the zone, because he played those two bigs, and they're pretty big. That skinny kid
is good. I thought he'd be like broken in half by now.
So what they did is you really couldn't drive, and if you weren't making the right plays to beat the zone inside, they were saying shoot the 3.
Well, Porzingis will help a lot with that.
Well, let's hope he's healthy. But they were missing 2 of their best players.
That coach is only 42 for OKC.
Huh?
He's only 42 for OKC, the coach.
Yeah, I know.
He's good.
Yeah. So the other kid, I forget his name, he didn't play. He was the other All-Star. He was the two All-Stars from OKC with was it SGA? He said that's his nickname.
SGA is the best guy.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
He's
So
he's the
kid,
front runner to win the MVP by a very large margin.
I know. So the other kid's name I forget. It doesn't really matter. But he was the only other OKC All-Star, and he didn't even play either. So, no, that was they just played right into their plans. And I will say what Mazzulla said though was
Jalen Williams
statement. Yeah, that's him. Was fair enough. They weren't like just whipping up threes like guys all over them. They had great looks.
And they moved the ball pretty well.
You got to knock down shots. And
I thought they moved the ball well.
Yeah. But they couldn't do. They kept killing them on. They were doing the dumb turnovers. Just really, really disappointing. That seems a concern. High energy. Bunch of guys can play with high energy. That seems a concern.
Let's see what happens when it's the playoffs. The benches are a little shorter. Each shot is more important. I don't know. You're gonna win 4 games? I don't know. The Celtics have done it before. They haven't. If the Celtics are healthy and they're healthy, I think the Celtics beat them.
Yeah, but the problem with that team is that their bench is way too athletic for the Celtics bench. Way too athletic. I mean, Pick Horford carried the team.
Horford had a great game.
In the first half. Not in the second.
Yeah, but I mean.
But
it's 100.
yeah, they're going to be in the mix. But I tell you what, this isn't a slam dunk this year, unless there's some type of catastrophic injury.
Well, I mean, if the NBA takes over and the Lakers end up winning coming out of the West,
there's no way
they'll kill them.
They'll kill that team.
We'll see.
The Lakers are too old. There's no way they can.
We'll see.
So this is my thought on it. Again, you get into these games, and this is why I'm saying Mazzulla is not a good coach. You listen, this wasn't the playoffs, it was a big game, but he didn't have enough wherewithal to kind of change the game plan. He just said, no, chuck up more. They shot 63 threes last night.
That's what they gave him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you couldn't just be like, hey, just do something else, Mazzulla. Put a different game plan together, even if it's just for the third quarter. Like, do something different. No, you're just going to lay down, just keep chucking it up and out, whatever. They just weren't falling for us tonight.
They tried to get Brown going on the block, and it wasn't working. Yeah. Brown had a horrible game.
Brown
they tried to get him on the block.
0 for 5 from the block.
He starts hitting that little mid-range fadeaway or drives it to the hoop and kicks it, whatever. It's a whole different game. But he had nothing going.
Yeah, couldn't dribble.
It's terrible. I know.
But he could have adjusted Duggan's point. I
think that was the adjustment.
Put Tatum on the block.
Yeah. Scal said that.
Get on there. And it also affected the fact that's where the Porzingis factor. But I couldn't agree with you more. But the ball might have played into the hands.
Yeah.
I don't mind they shoot the threes if you're making them. First half, no problem. Bomb away. But you've now missed like 15 in a row. It's time to do something else. And they were still in the game.
I think Holiday's injuries hurt him too.
Yeah, but he still played fine.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot like he normally
What was the final? They lost by 6?
Yeah.
They lost by 6.
Right.
And you went, how many? They were like, what were they percentage-wise in the second half of threes was absolutely pathetic.
I just know they shot 31% for the game. I don't have the first half, second half.
Well, the second half they were a disaster from the three, and that's the whole thing.
The first 2-point bucket came with like seconds left in the first quarter.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
Really bad. And, so I don't mind. First half, boom, percentage was good. Good ball game, playing hard, doing your thing. But all of a sudden, when it just went completely south on you, you're going to have to change it up to at least try and get some momentum. And they also had great times to get momentum in that game. Like one time, Brown, and I'm not a hater of Brown, but sometimes he's just, I don't know if you remember, but he came down the court, like they just got the lead, they got the rebound. He comes flying down the court, tries like a spin move at the top of the key, and just loses the ball.
Yeah.
Take him down, bomb a 3 or whatever. And it's a totally different game. I mean, they constantly happen. Sloppy, just that handoff, the handoff when you're doing like the pick and roll stuff.
Yeah.
How sloppy was that?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, figure it out.
Yeah, it's not. When it's going bad, it's going bad.
No, I agree, and it's these games right here, these big games, and then you end up laying an egg that Now all of a sudden, hey, where's the Jason Tatum MVP talk? Oh, that
No,
quieted out real
he
fucking quick,
matched
didn't
out.
it?
No, what do you mean? He matched out. He matched out with the guy, numbers wise, and
Yeah, but he's not going to
they
win it.
just beat the Lakers like nothing, and they beat Denver at home pretty easy.
But Tatum was not the problem last night.
No, I agree.
No,
Tatum
I'm not
was
saying he was the problem, but
The
he's going to be
difference was-
associated with that team.
Outside
Like he's not going
of
to
the-
rise above it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but outside of the two superstars in that game, that wasn't the difference.
No,
The difference was their other players played better than your other players,
They're
and
big
their
guys.
bench destroyed our bench.
yeah,
And we got exposed in the bigs, big time.
big, yeah. So I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a bad game. Happens. I mean,
FanDuel
but-
right now, as it sits right this second, FanDuel has Tatum to win the MVP at plus 50,000.
He's not winning it.
I know, which I find,
SGA minus 600 and the Joker plus 400.
yeah, I find it absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Go look at the numbers. And he runs the point.
I know who votes on that.
They don't have a point guard. He's the point guard.
So does Gilchrist. It's the same thing.
Sort of. They cheated it up. The other kid runs the point. He had a terrible night last night half the time. He was the one that stunk.
The big guy.
No, no.
He's thick.
No.
I think his name's Foyt.
No,
something like
no.
that.
He's been around for years.
The other
He
thing, real
runs-
quick, that pisses me off is just Mazzulla's attitude.
Yeah.
Like the reporter the other, did you hear this about asking about his brother?
No.
Oh, you know, his brother has I should know his brother has something to do with Utah,
Oh.
like coaching for Utah. He's like, oh, you know, how does it feel, you know, seeing your brother, you know, with Utah, all this other stuff. He goes, yeah, he works for the enemy or like the opponent. Like, oh, you know, like a real wholesome moment, just like, no, he works for the opponent, and then just stared at him like, why are you asking me that question?
Yeah. He's going to stick with his format, and he doesn't care. That's why we'll see. We'll see if they get someone, you know, hey, can't knock them now till they lose.
So what happens if they do?
See how they lose. I mean, I went in last year. That was my concern,
Nothing's going to happen.
and he surprised me.
Nothing's going to happen because they just won it and they're being sold. I mean, what are they going to do? They're not doing anything. They're not going to
Fair
shake it up.
Let's move
All
on. We still have problems.
All right, so
Right.
let's go to another program that that has sort of rised from the ashes a little bit, but we still obviously have our concern. The Boston Red Sox, which still has the most expensive beer in baseball.
Sure.
4-1. What the hell happened there?
Devers came out publicly today and told reporters that he is good to do whatever the team needs.
Yeah. Whatever that means. He did it through a,
Translator?
yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see.
My own thing we were talking about earlier is the fact that there was a lovely Lisa strolling in.
Strolling on in.
Got bags everywhere.
Bunch of bags.
The bag lady. But my whole thing is what's aggravating me is why are all these pitchers hurt? We were talking about earlier. I mean, what are we doing?
So 2 weeks ago, the conversation was 6-man rotation.
Oh yeah, I
You're
mean,
talking-
Giolito, what a bum! Damn straight on the IR. What are we talking about? But you ever remember like the talk was like pitches going back to like the '80s and the '70s? I don't remember. Your rotation was your rotation. They might need a rest day.
They were in the dugout smoking butts.
I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Bello can't pitch. Who's next on the list? Who's still sissying along? But they're going to figure out their strength coach. They're going to figure out their off-season program. It's really bad.
I haven't seen Hug pitch much.
No?
I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, Crochet's the only one that's consistent.
Yeah, that's it.
And Beulah, right? He's pretty consistent.
Yeah, because they're new to the organization, so they didn't listen to anything they said, did what they do. But
Bello will not be ready for opening day, but is expected to be back sometime in April.
yeah.
Yoshida will obviously start the season on the 10-day DL.
Connor Wong is day-to-day. Giolito was diagnosed with a low-grade hamstring. And then Devers said that Thursday he is okay. So, we'll see.
Devins is a gamer. He's always ready to go. I need to go.
Just a little more of Devers this year than has been.
He'll be fine. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, but that's a great thing. So, like, even, like you said, mid-80s and whatnot, these guys are pitching 120 pitches and coming back, like, a day later and doing the same thing, and now these guys pitch 60 pitches, and now they need a week and a half off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's different era, Dougie. Different, complete, absolute different era. Because they all overthrow. They all overthrow even when they're young.
Yeah.
It's not like it used to be. It's guys trying to get on the guns when they're not in the right shape. You can go on, and it's just overthrowing. It just wears you down. I mean, it just ends up wearing you down. And it's also become a mentality about these pitch counts and what they do and how you train them and what you throw. You know, guys now throw. In the old days, it was, you threw fastball, you threw a change.
Why do they call a fastball sinking now? Because of the way they hold the laces?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your arm angle's always in a different spot now. You know, you have, like, think about Pedro, right?
Yeah.
Pedro would throw a splitter, which was vicious. His fastball, obviously. You could run 2-seam or 4-seam fastballs not affecting your arm.
Right.
You know, and he had a big hook. But his 2-seamer was really his changeup. But he threw 3 pitches. That's it. Right. Now these guys are doing these stupid, they're calling them, they've got the slide is nasty on your arm. People don't realize. You throw a really good, which no one does in baseball anymore, a really legit old school 12-6 curveball. No, if you throw it right, 0 wear and tear on the arm. But what's a problem is this when you're doing this action,
yeah,
and it's like they throw pitches now like you're playing wiffle ball in the backyard, and it's not good for your arm. Period.
No,
and it's just stupid. Let's get back to basics. Get back to basics.
Back in the day, Doug, you went through the curb and say, "Pull the shade down." Pull the shade down.
Just whatever jackass said something at Jim Rice talking to a guy.
No, when you threw the curve.
Oh yeah.
No, I would pull the shade down when he did the change.
No.
Just real light, just kind of let it get out of your hand, and then just ding, ding.
What was this? Pull it down.
Whatever.
So you were on the hill this morning. Were you on the hill?
Yeah, I was on the hill.
You were?
On the bump. Yeah, I even pitched it. I even pitched in college, huh? How about that? I was one of like 4 guys from my graduating class to play like college ball.
At the Mass Marathon? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We never talked about that before.
Oh yeah. All right, so let's go to the ice.
All right.
How do we feel?
Well, they looked good the other night. They had a little inspiration. They got kind of back into it, but this is a big game they're playing tonight against Ottawa, and they're down 4-1 after the first period. So same old bees.
So how do you feel about the trading of the captain?
So, I mean, people are like in mourning about this. I was okay with it because you got to turn the page. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, first of all, if the rumor is true and they offered him the same thing he's making now for 2 or 3 years, I mean, that alone is a terrible deal for the Bruins. And he wanted 7.5. They offered 6.3. He wanted 7.5 for 3 years. I mean, he's 36 and he's got 2 bad hips, and I mean, yeah, he's a nice player, but he's not that. You know what I mean? Like, why would you
not even close?
So you need to move on. I mean, I'm okay with the move. Move on.
For him to have not, for him, if they offered him, all this is true, which I don't have the time to believe,
right?
But if it's true that they offered him what they offered, and he turned it down, he said split the difference or whatever. He's an idiot unless he thinks he's going to get on the free agent, but and he really wants to be here.
Right.
Come on, he's made enough money as it is.
Yeah.
I know his whole thing, if his agent was like, hey, Lindholm's making more than you, he stinks, whatever. But
all valid arguments, but
they need the cap space. He's gonna I mean, they're so bad, it's unbelievable how bad they are. I mean, if it wasn't for Pasternak, there's no one else on the team that can score. I mean, they're going to go spend boatloads of money in free agency to ever bring this franchise back in the near future.
And God forbid they make a draft pick.
I'd be interested to see how many phone calls they got for Pasta.
Oh yeah, I bet a
I
lot.
mean, you see the the trade of this. Hey, what would it take to get Pasta?
Right. I say two first round picks.
I wouldn't take picks.
2 first-round picks, great. But who's in the draft coming up?
That's what I'm saying. I would want a young, I would want an
McDavid was
established
there.
player already. I don't trust him.
Connor Bedard. I mean, if you knew certain guys in there, there's not that guy right there. I
Even
mean,
the dude
those picks are useless.
from BU last year.
You might as well be right now. You might as well be playing the lottery. You know this out of however you decide to draft out of that first round. Out of all the guys who are stars in the NHL now, and you look at that, except for those top certain guys, when they came out, the next group of guys, it was like the Bruins could have had stars
I know.
that they passed over.
I know.
I mean, it's really a crapshoot. It's a different draft. It's not like having a first pick in the NFL draft. It's like the NBA now, but pretty much. But they had, and it's no, I'd say it's more like baseball. But they can't have. No, they need play. This franchise is in. The goalie can't stand on his head again. Giving up 4 goals again
In the first period.
in the first period. I mean, come on.
He's your goalie too.
Come on. Absolutely ridiculous. Losing to Allmark, who
Was Allmark playing?
it's got to be. Allmark's been out of his mind. You see, he broke like a record, like franchise record the other night with his shutout. He saved like 28 second period shots.
I can't believe. I mean, I don't know. They butchered that one, and it wasn't like nobody said it. It wasn't like people weren't sitting there going, "Why are you trading Allmark? Like he's pretty good, and he's on a $5 million contract for 2 more years."
I mean, you can't. Basically, on the Bruins in general, an average person could probably basically name
Right now,
one player.
Pasta.
That's how bad they are. I mean,
We were saying this about the Red Sox a year ago. Remember that, Dougie? Just about this time last year.
it's sad. It's sad. But there's free agents out there. I don't know if they'll ever get them, but
It's in the cup, Dougie. We got Snapple going again.
Of course.
it's really a disgrace what, frankly, overall Sweeney and Neely have done to this franchise. One of the most consistent storied franchise of all time. They won 1 cup how long ago? And,
2011.
11.
yeah.
14 years.
It's not like they overpaid guys. They've overpaid bad guys. They've drafted terribly. I mean, however they have a job is disgraceful.
They needed to move on from that era. And Marchand was the last guy.
No, but you should have been in that situation.
No, I know. I agree. Yeah, they butchered it. But Sweeney's still got a job. Daly's still got a job. I know, Fitz. I'm with you.
It's a long. Like I said, they unless they make a massive splash in free agency with some of the dudes that are out there that are going to be free agents, you're not seeing this team isn't seeing the playoffs in a long time. There's not one dude in Providence.
Hockey's different than like football, where guys re-sign with their teams. They don't do that because there's just too much. There's just too much talent out there.
Who's your best player in Providence? Is it that goalie?
Georgie Merkelov.
Is it that goalie, Bussy or whatever his name is?
No, he's not even as good as DiPietro's the best goalie down there right now.
Okay.
Yes.
No, they get nothing. They get absolutely nothing.
Georgie Merkelov's the best player.
Doug, you get better hands than half that club.
Hey,
Hey, you're damn right I do. You're damn right.
You're more physical.
I'll go play at the dunk. I'll go play at the dunk.
So,
Give me a set of blades. I'll get out there.
they're gonna have
All right.
to go to they're gonna have to come to HOH on Fridays and start picking up guys.
I know Ricky. What's his name? Stevie never sends me the text.
Oh, that group's loaded. It's like crazy how many guys are on that list.
Yeah, and I'm not, good enough to take a spot
Well,
away from somebody who's been playing organized hockey for 10 years. All right, so let's move on.
Those guys play like 3 days a week. So like,
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather golf.
Tiger's career's over.
he's done. You
Yeah,
know what?
that's sad. That's
Let's listen
sad.
to a little tangent on Tiger. He's never mentioned it, and I don't think he wants to mention it, but he should go to the Champions Tour, the Senior Tour, and just blow that thing up. I mean, it would be the most unbelievable. They'd probably get more viewers than the PGA. That's probably why he won't do it. But he would blow that tour up. He could drive around the cart, get out, hit the ball.
I think it's just a shame that he
John Daly
was so good for so long, and his body is just his worst enemy right now.
But Jack Nicklaus played on that tour. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
do the right thing.
All right,
Anyway,
let's go to Patriots / 2025 free agency.
All right. Now we're talking.
so far, I like what they've done. I even liked what they've done before they signed Milton. I liked what because they addressed needs. They spent some money. I didn't think that the wide receiver free agency was anything to be excited about, because I mean, all those guys. Was there a legit number one in all those free agents? Huh?
Not count.
You think he wasn't even number one on his own team?
Who was the number one?
Lockett.
JSN.
No, CK is the number one in Seattle.
Jackson Smith. Jackson Smith and Jigba was the number one.
Yes, that's what it is. What's his name? Yeah, pull him up. Stats on Seattle. PK wasn't
Because they didn't have a quarterback.
What do you mean?
They had a guy that could throw more
They
than
had the
5
same
yards.
guys throwing the ball.
Yeah, but they
Who's
run
their
out-
quarterback? Gino.
Yeah.
Not anymore. They let him go.
Sam,
Yeah, now they got Sammy D.
Oh, sick. But I agree. I wasn't like going, oh, you have to get Metcalf either.
It wasn't like there was a Tyreek Hill in
He's
his
got-
prime, or even what's his name from Philly.
Yeah,
Either one of them. Either one of them, Brown or Smith.
No, the only guys who was legitimate number ones was potentially Godwin, but that's debatable.
Right.
Off injury.
Right.
He's playing with Michael Evans,
Right.
huge
Right.
pressure off. He's a number 2. And Metcalf, I think, would be a massive problem.
And even Higgins wasn't a number one.
I wouldn't. No, not there. He could be though.
Right.
No, I think what's out there. I think they're fine. I think what they signed was good. It's
Right.
financially signed that deal for the big tackle is really team friendly at the end of the day. It looked huge, but it's great. He's really a game changer. He's young enough. The Spillane kid, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Linebacker.
unbelievable, his stats.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Love that. They need that because they get him outside with Landry. The Spillane plays inside too. So when you get Bentley, you can go, because they're going to play a 3-4 for the most part. So with the 3-4,
I mean, you're gonna have White on the other side of Williams. That's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
right.
Yeah, he's
That
gonna
would
be
be-
good. And Jennings on the outside. They got some dudes on that team now, and now they got 2 corners.
How you feel about Andrews?
How I feel about it, I feel that it's unfortunate, but I mean, the dude was hurt. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was a money thing. I think it was more of a we got to move on. type
Yeah, like I
thing.
said, I like in our text earlier. I wish it was I would hope it would be a conversation. Hey,
Yeah.
listen,
You want to
retire
retire?
a Patriot, or do you want to,
Right.
you want to cut the cord and try to do your thing?
I mean, it's not like the guy's sweating, the mortgage next month or anything. I think hopefully there was a conversation about you could bring on the staff or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And then
He thinks he's got more in the tank. Okay.
did you guys hear Albert Breer today on Sports Hub?
I listened to it a little bit. I can't. Well,
I don't like that guy.
It's painful.
Well, his biggest thing today was the Patriots should go after Brandon Cooks because he had a relationship with McDaniels like 27 years ago.
He played 1 year.
Yeah.
One
They
year
should really go after Cooks and then maybe sniff around and see what they want. See what Diggs can do. What?
This is an idiot, isn't
Yeah.
he? I mean, Buffalo got rid of him.
I was a bit surprised at Godwin, the fact that he did leave $30 million on the table, but I do understand that you have you have a way better chance of winning in Tampa as the team sits right now than you did coming here.
I don't know. That's debatable, but
You got a better quarterback. You got a guy to take all the pressure off you, like Rick said, and Evans.
yeah, but was it really 30 million or was it a Patriot 30 million? You know what I mean?
You can only go by what they tell you. It's
Yeah, that's right. That's like I said when they talk about the contracts. They're wrong when they come out. They're not even close. When they really looked into them,
Like what they're guaranteed.
and I'm sure I know Godwin's. The whole key to any contract is guaranteed.
That's it.
That's it. All the other stuff is smoke and mirrors.
Right.
And the Godwin's guarantee in Tampa was big. And I'm guessing, shit, what the hell? I'm happy. I'm comfortable here. I'm a generational money.
You got family.
I'm Evans. I like the quarterback, and I'm in Tampa.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if it's true, I mean, you'd have to be an absolute psychopath to leave $20 million on the table that's guaranteed.
Right.
But because my point was, when they were talking about it, they said, there's zero chance that happened.
Right.
It was part of how the contracts were structured. He said, I'll take and go another contract. But he, to me, wasn't the answer either. I mean, he's good. I like him. I've always liked him. I use him in fantasy a lot. But what I was saying to you guys, we've been texting back and forth. You're talking now Barmore with Williams, with White.
Yeah.
And that's basically your inside three, rotating other guys in. Now you get outside back, so with Landry and Spillane, you got Bentley in the middle. Spillane can go middle too. And you got arguably the best cornerback tandem in the league.
How the safety though? That's the question.
Safeties, concerned. I think you can look at some guys, but still, there's going to be way less pressure on the safeties.
Right. You
can play more safeties in the box now because you're basically playing man all day and you bring in the house anyway.
You can fill that with the draft too. Second or third round, you get a nice safety.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's a part of those athletes out there.
Yeah.
But I just like that. What I'm aggravated with is why they haven't signed Cam Robinson. Get this out of the way. Your line's set, you get him, and then hope some of the kids, big guys they drafted last year, develop. They're good players. They had terrible coaching. Yeah. Now you get some veterans behind you. They start maturing. You see what you got there. Now you're in a situation that's at least secure. You don't go blow a fourth round pick on a freaking tackle.
Oh, you mean the number 4 pick?
Yeah. And
I mean, let's talk about the draft a little bit. Just
and I think besides that, all I'm saying is the receivers out there, like
kid from Arizona.
I was looking up Amari Cooper, but Cooper Cup's the guy right now.
Problem is he gets hurt.
Not every year.
He hasn't played a full season since like 3 years.
Yeah, no, but if he plays 12 games for you out of the 17, who cares? You know what I mean? It's like. But if you get him on a deal, you definitely want him. And I'm not opposed to him. I'm not opposed to even looking at his stats, though he's old. He's good. He's getting him about Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I was like Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen still out there.
I like him.
Something that wouldn't cost you a lot, but still like a veteran guy. You can kind of come in.
Dude. Cooper could have a resurgent year back here. So I think if you can grab one of those guys, great. Give us some depth there. Focus on that in the draft.
On wide receiver?
Yeah, because if Travis Hunter's there, you got to take him.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can get Cam Robinson on the fold, we're not talking offensive line anymore.
Right.
You get another lineman later on. But if
Travis Hunter's there, like you said, they got the kid Robinson from last year.
Yeah.
City So is a good player.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kid from Penn State.
Yeah, they're good. They have the potential to be pretty good. So get Robinson.
Cole Strange.
Don't worry about it. See how those guys develop. But then you have a situation where if Hunter's there, now Hunter focuses on offense, which I think is better for him from where it's here.
Yes.
You've got an elite receiver in that room. Cut half the other guys. Use Hunter as a nickel corner when you want. Gives you some balance there and depth there. You've got that solved. Now, if he's not there,
Well, let's
So
talk about that, Dougie.
You got to trade out of the pick.
First 4 picks.
Mhm.
Cam Ward, number 1 for sure. That'll lock down.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's probably a 50-50 shot between him and Abdul Carter.
I saw a lot of things where.
But I would say one. I would say 1 and 2. I would say the real question mark is what the Giants do at 3. I think that's the real question mark, and that's going to determine. And that's what that. And so what the Giants do at 3 is what is going to determine the Patriots do with their pick.
So if Tennessee takes Carter, number 1. Cleveland's going to get Cam Ward.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
And then the Giants, they're talking to Aaron Rodgers. Imagine that. But
Giant and also Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but even if they did sign Rodgers,
well, Pittsburgh signed their backup. They signed Mason Rudolph again to 2 years, $8 million.
Yeah, they're not back there. They have no quarterback. I mean, that's what an idiot Metcalf. Okay? He wants to go play with Russell Wilson. I mean,
he's not even signed yet, is he? Wilson?
No,
right?
No.
He stinks. So the bigger joke with Metcalf is wanting to go right. Is it like I'm like, good for you?
Yeah.
Will they guarantee you Rodgers is coming?
I don't know.
Which means what? He's a flash in the pan now. He's a play away from not playing.
Right.
I mean, God, I don't get it. I'd rather be running with Josh McDaniels a go every other play and have Drake Macon throw it a country mile and go get it. But I don't think they went after him. I don't think they like this personality.
What you really need to do is bring Kyle Juszczyk in here. Get some fullback and some smash mouth football going on. Ricky's favorite.
They already got Bell. Bell's a dude. He was an unbelievable fullback at Florida State. They converted him to like an H-back last year when they used him at the right role. He was awesome. Right. But he's not a tight end. He's a fullback.
Right.
He's a pure H-back. Young, big, tough, strong. That kid's a dude. So I was talking to him. I said, what are you talking about? He has a fullback.
Yeah. You got to use him.
Just got to use him. And he's good. I mean, he's good. I don't know. I mean, what's Tennessee going to do without a quarterback? What are they going to do?
They got Levis.
They got Will Levis.
They're going to live with Levis and go with the edge guy? I mean, I wouldn't be.
I think you'd have to be sure that Cam, if you're going to do that, Cam Ward's going to have to come in and be the starter day 1.
Yeah, I mean, but who cares? I mean, Levis he was drafted as a backup. So I mean, I don't think he was the answer by any stretch.
If I was them, I'd be trading out of that pick.
Maybe they will.
I'd live with Levis. It is what it is because now
maybe the Raiders step in and they need a quarterback.
Yeah, but you'd have to deal with somebody who like wants Cam Ward badly.
Well, I know Rick's going to flip, but he's the best quarterback in the class.
I don't.
According to the experts.
I don't think he's. I'm not arguing he's good, man. I mean, I have to be honest. I've watched more games that Shador played than him.
I have watched a lot of tape on both guys. I'm a lunatic. I put it on and I watch. Shador has by far better feet. His feet are awesome. It's one of the best fundamental quarterbacks I've ever seen. His feet are perfect. Cam Ward's feet are meth, but his arm is a cannon.
Yeah, I think Shador just.
But I think he can teach feet.
Special talent, and he's got that. He doesn't throw interceptions.
He can teach feet though.
Yeah, well, supposedly.
Well, Josh Allen was a mess when he came out of college with his feet.
But I don't know. I have my mock draft is that. That's why it's interesting. Pats are actually in a good position because this mock draft has. I'll tell you one thing though. If they take Will Campbell at 4, I'm not watching a game.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's embarrassing if they do.
The only saving grace there is Dante Scarnecchia came out and said that arm length is a stupid stat. Now, it's coincidence that nobody with an arm length, shorter than whatever has ever made the Pro Bowl, and this kid's got shorter arms than any one of those. But
So if I'm Tennessee, I'm doing with her. And Cam Moore, he's not even that. He's only 6'2".
He's got a cannon.
But if I'm Tennessee, I'm shopping it around to like mid first round, something like that. And if you really need a quarterback, I'd put my eyes on probably Jackson Dart. See if you can get a haul for number 1 overall. Then if you need the QB, take Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss.
Yeah, I like that kid. He's good.
No, I mean, if you're keeping Levis and you want to keep in the mix, and you want to build around him, I would trade out and see what else you don't even worry about a quarterback this year.
Yeah, sign him.
Why would you bother?
Sign Geno Smith.
Limiting start as a first round pick is stupid. He's never going to be. He's going to be another like half the stiffs in the NFL. He's another Mac Jones. He's another
Gardner Minshew.
He's another Gardner Minshew.
Mac
They're
Jones
not
actually just signed with the 49ers.
Yeah,
Exactly. Patriots in good shape. They could if they don't screw up the draft, but they got to get Cam Robinson, pick up one of the guys we talked about at receiver, go into the draft like that. You have no pressure on yourself. However it plays out, you hold all the cards. You hold all the cards. But if you're sitting there saying we're using number 4 on a left tackle, is
stupid.
and it's not even close to a generational left tackle in that draft.
Now, Joe Alt.
I think Banks is better than from Texas is the best tackle in the draft.
Yeah.
And if you trade it out, you get him later in the draft. But he's bigger, longer, more physical, in my opinion. The other kid from
he's not bigger.
What?
Banks?
Yeah, Will Campbell's 6'6", 319, and Banks is 6'5", 312. He's an inch smaller and like 5 inches lighter.
Yeah, but look at his arm length. Not even close.
Yeah, I'd have to go into it to see.
It's not even close. And his foot speed and his growth potential. You look at Levis, you're getting what you're getting out of him. The other kid's good. Remember, or so, however you say it, Mutomba, he's a good one too. That's in there. That's fine.
You know who's going to get drafted by the Pats late round? Calling it right now. Drew Kendall.
Let's hope not. I've seen him play BB9.
So if the Patriots do not trade out of
a better option than that.
I saw him playing. I saw him in the combine. Kendall. He ran quick.
So for argument purposes, let's say Cam Ward goes 1, Carter goes 2 to Cleveland. What do you think New York does?
If they're smart, I think they go Shador. If they're smart, because you can't put a retread like Rodgers in there, right? You can't. Who else is out there?
Do you feel like it would be a reach at 3 for Shador?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Well, not in this draft, but I also think just alone for them, it's like the Travis Hunter thing. The marketing is huge.
The marketing plus, they got Malik Neighbors there. They're going to be good. You put Shador there with Malik Neighbors, put a couple of linemen in front of him. That's the other thing. He spent his entire career at Colorado running for his life. Give him a little protection, see what happens.
So then if Sanders goes at 3, what do you do at 4?
You take Henry.
Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
to take him. He's the best player. At number 4, if you're picking at number 4, you are picking the best available football player. Period. Or as Dante said, which I agree with him, a guy that can either sack the quarterback or score touchdowns.
So you wouldn't take that McMillan kid out of Arizona?
Not at 4, no. I'd switch with the Raiders and get them at 8 or whatever they got.
Hunter's a generational player.
I know, you got to pick him.
That's what I'm saying. When you see generational players, you pick them. That's not simple. It's not. It's like I said. Right now, besides him, there are no generational guaranteed players in this draft.
Even the kid from Penn State, Abdul Carter, he's not a guaranteed.
No, because I love him, but still, he's an edge guy,
and he's got damaged legs.
Yeah,
damaged ankle. That's a lot of problems. You know what I don't like, and I keep hearing it, but I think it's crap. Well, what I do, let me tell you what I do like. I think it's obvious, based on what they've done so far, that Vrabel's calling the shots. That's obvious to me. Elliot Wolf is not calling the shots. It's Vrabel.
Yeah.
That's obvious, which is good.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But what I don't like, since they signed that backup from San Fran, is they're talking about getting rid of Milton, which
They're not.
I don't know how you can.
Dumb and Dumber on Sports Radio.
I don't know how you can.
I mean, did you hear this whole accent the other night? I think I texted you guys about Gentry.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be a nice third round
pick. Yeah, he'd be a great third.
Generational running back.
He'd be a great third round running back.
It's like his long slam dunk first round pick. I mean, he's actually played the sport. He's freaking brain dead. He's sadly brain dead.
Yeah.
He really is. It's unbelievable, the things he says. To that's all you do in life, and you're that bad at it is pathetic. I understand. I don't play if he knows nothing about hockey, nothing about basketball, nothing about baseball. But please, at least know something about the.
Does he watch college football? My guess is no.
I don't know. Maybe Maryland.
Maybe.
But this mock draft, for example, has Hunter going to the Giants
at 3, at 4.
Campbell, the Pats at 4. Which, Jason Graham.
The CBS one. Yeah, CBS one.
Yeah. And then
McMillan 6.
Membo, the kid I was talking about from Missouri. They got him at pick 7. And then Shador going to the Saints.
At 9.
Pick 10 is Genty. And then you get Kelvin Banks going pick 12 to the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
And
so my point is, like,
then they got Jackson Dart going to fucking Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's just going to sign 12 quarterbacks this year to see who plays the best.
Who can play? But like I said, if they're not, if you don't have in that fourth slot, in my opinion, I mean, the way they set up their defense right now, though, if Carter's there, I wouldn't hesitate.
Oh yeah,
because he's protected as a young stud. With those guys, that defense will be ridiculous. So with that speed he brings to that whole table with those guys, I mean, come on. Now you're talking. This is a defense we can hang our hat on for some years and build behind a growing quarterback. No question. But if it's not him and it's not Travis, it's not Hunter, it's trade out because you get maybe make a deal with Dallas or something. Who knows? You sit there, one of those guys falls to you, get a tackle there out of those 3, because it's definitely not a huge difference. Get a tackle, pick up another number 2, and you can hit the ground running. And finally go out like every other team in the league does and somehow finds a second-round high-end receiver.
And you're right. You get Robinson now, and there's no pressure on you.
That's the whole thing.
No pressure. What do you think, Dougie? We kill that subject or what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of when Scatterbo would go. Would he go second round?
Late second, early third. I don't know. I didn't see his combine. I haven't heard much about him since.
I'd say that's the 3rd round pick, but I love him to fit the mode.
They need a running back, and I wouldn't be disappointed if they traded Stevenson. I wouldn't be disappointed with that.
Well, yeah, get somebody.
Right.
Well, you would trade down and take Genty.
Well, if you went that way, it depends what you can get for Stevenson.
I bet you get something decent.
I don't know. That's a big question. But they definitely are going to have to. They only have 3 running backs on the roster right now.
I know, but I think Gibson's legit. He's not a number 1, but they need a number 1. But I mean, Stevenson is.
But the point about Scatterbo is they're definitely got to be focused on a back in at the latest the 3rd round. They got to go get a back because they don't have it.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with that. It's gonna be a fun draft. We'll see him butcher it, and it's going to come
It's not going to be like last year, Dougie.
I'll be throwing beers off the TV when I hear.
You never know.
Will-
Patriots to the number 4th pick, Will Campbell.
Will Campbell.
So
That's
what
one
would the
we're going to do that live. Yeah.
what would the situation have to be for them to be in a spot to take Tyler Warren?
Yeah, love that. I would have never re-signed Austin Hooper. I'll tell you that. He would have been. I would have traded down again.
Because he's
He was another
projected.
guy who
He's
should
projected to go 20 to the Broncos. Broncos, who are 20, and the Broncos just signed Evan Ingram.
That's pretty far down for him.
Yeah, well, some people have him going way higher than that.
Yeah. Like top 10.
Because like this one has this pick. If you look at the same one as me, Doug, they've got this one, Loveland going before.
Yeah, that pick 14 of the
Going
Colts.
before. That's the first one I've ever seen say that. Most of the guys I've seen on TV, those guys, they've got Warren in like the top 10.
Right.
But we'll see. But again, so what? You know, if he to me, he's a great fit for him.
Yeah.
But especially what we know the Patriots like to do, tight end, get that, Benke with them for the next, hopefully 10 years. Huge. There's no other Benke in the draft on him.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I said. To a very long-winded way to answer Coach's question. I think Carter and Ward go 1-2. I think you can just count that. I think, like I said, the real question mark is just what the Giants do at 3.
100%.
And then you can kind of just game plan from there and have your contingency plans,
If the Giants don't take Shedeur at 3, obviously.
What if they take Hunter at 3?
That would be stupid for them.
That's where he's projected to go right now. On CBS. Yeah, they have Travis Hunter pick number 3. CBS does. To the Giants.
Well, okay, so he goes 3 to the Giants. That means number 4 is going to be a team that's desperate for a quarterback. And you trade out of that. I mean, it could be the Raiders. It could be, who's desperate for a quarterback?
It's all speculation. All I care about is this. Get Cam Robinson. The pressure's on. You go in the draft. Do not draft a tackle at number 4. Either trade out of it or go get a generational player.
Yeah.
Simple math.
We'll see.
All right. What do we got?
Give us the keys to Gillette. We'll figure it out.
That's right, baby.
Probably on entertainment, I guess.
So entertainment.
I just want to mention first the end of Clark Gulls. James, club is in the air heading to Florida. Who started off the year, they're number 3 in the country. Went down south to Georgia and played a traditional top 20 program in LaGrange. 1, 2, or 3 down there and came back and is absolutely annihilated. They've won 4 games up north. They have 3 of the 4. They've scored 20 runs, and the other one they won 11-2.
No, Colby played up top.
They lost 11-2.
Colby?
Yeah,
I'll look it up right now. I'm a Gulls fan,
and
right?
James is getting some quality at bats.
Yes, James is playing a lot, which I like.
He hit his first home run against Salem State.
Did he get the ball?
I don't think so. And,
He hit it too far, right?
Yeah.
So he's having fun. So I'm excited for him to have a great trip and get back and see some games and go from there. I was going to go south down there, but they're in Orlando and it's still only 50. So I'll spend the money staying in hotels up at Endicott through the spring.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's got an on base percentage 600 right now. It's hitting like 4. So it's been good. He's still off the bench,
Yeah.
but it's still he's getting, he's like getting quality at bats and going. He's played some third, so I'm happy for him. He stuck it out and he's on a hell of a team again, and he's playing a role and he's excited. And I wish Coach Haley and the Gulls another big run back out to the World Series.
All right, I stand corrected.
Did
I thought Kobe
you see those scores?
Yeah, they're killing everybody.
It's like awful. They shouldn't be playing that. They should play Division One. They should be in the Ivy. But anyway, all right, like top. What are we doing? Entertainment. Yeah. What do you got?
Uh,
I was gonna let me I'll trip in.
all right, go ahead.
I went to Mount Snow last Saturday.
Yeah.
An overnight trip with these guys I went to college with. 30 guys in this freaking giant house. House was ridiculous. I show you a picture.
No.
It's huge, but it was good. Like I haven't seen these guys. Well, some of them I haven't seen in 30 plus years.
Real,
It was
real
good.
sausage fest up there in the mountains of
Yeah,
Vermont.
I wasn't going up there to hook up. I mean, it was.
Yeah, good. Did some of the guys ski and stuff, or was it
Yeah.
just hanging out at the house?
No, some guys skied, some guys hung at the house, some guys.
Hiked.
There was no, there was no hiking. There was like 2 feet of snow on the ground. Like it was winter up there still.
That's why they have snowshoes.
Everything was frozen solid. It was winter. Everything was frozen. I just kept saying, look at all the snow.
Mhm.
But
Look at all the
some guys went
snow.
ski-mobiling. Some guys went ski-mobiling.
Oh, nice.
It was good. It was a good time. I enjoyed it.
Did you cross country? Did you do some cross country?
I did nothing
Nothing.
and liked it.
Nice. Did they have TV?
They had TV.
Oh, okay.
Of course they had TV.
There was no local bar or anything? You didn't go
Yes, we did. We went to there's a bar in the lodge called Cousins. They have this world famous happy hour with some dude that sings and everybody sings, and I got some film.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that stuff. That's what makes them up there.
Yeah, it was
little
good.
fire going.
Yeah, they had the fire going. They had the guy like doing all the like a Jim Plunkett type guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got everybody going.
It's the best.
It was good. It was good. It was fun. It was Mangiafico was there. He's a nut. He's
Nice.
crazy. Yeah, it was good. My buddy Chris, my buddy V, call him V. It was fun. I had a good time, Doug.
I'm glad you had a good time,
What-
Coach. That's important. that You had a good time.
And then it was a great trip though. It was like a 27-hour trip. Not too far, like a little over 3 hours. But then let's see. Tuesday afternoon, I played 9 with Costello up at Crosswinds.
Really?
Yes,
Wow. How was that?
great,
Yeah.
very good. I'm hitting the ball. So I know we're just starting, but I'm just what my off season workouts have been paying off, Doug.
Okay.
I'm hitting the ball much higher. My irons are. So put it this way: you know Crosswinds,
I'm familiar.
the Jones course,
I ain't familiar.
the Jones course, not eighth hole. It is the 6th hole, par 3, up the hill.
Okay.
Wind was in my face.
Oh man.
Now I'm normally on a warm day in July hitting 8-iron now. I hit 9-iron to like 4 feet.
Mm.
Missed the putt, but
I was to
4
say
feet.
nice. I was to say nice par.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm hitting my irons a lot further. Crazy. Yeah.
He's on the juice, Doug. He's on the juice.
No, I've been-
That's it.
I've been
He's ready for the tour of 2025.
Yeah,
stretching.
you're on the Jaron Duran workout plan.
No.
He went on the Tiger Woods plan.
I've been stretching, Dougie. You know what I mean? I got a lot more turn now in the hips, so I'm getting a lot higher. I'm on the range going, wow, I'm hitting the ball a mile high and long.
Okay.
6-iron, Dougie, 180.
Come
I
on.
went first hole. I went driver, blew it over the bunker, 6-iron to like just on the edge. 3-putt par. But yeah,
So he's ready for the circle. So that was a good Tuesday.
I put it like shit.
Doug, anything fun for you?
April's got some stuff cooking in the real estate role, which is nice.
Oh, good. What'd she get going?
She got an offer accepted on a house in the Ponds,
Oh, wow.
and then subsequently they turned around and then 2 days later put their own house up for sale in Halifax. So she's been running around doing open houses. She put that house up on MLS like 6:30 Tuesday morning, and realtors were calling her and texting her by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Trying to get-
What was the sale price?
Six. I think she put it up for like 660 or something like that.
Wow. So that's still a good price point. Yeah.
Yeah, in Halifax, it's got 2-car garage. It's got a pool. It's got like an acre of land.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
nice.
it's a nice spot, and they're moving to a like I said, one of the houses down the ponds. So that's good. And then, Coach, to expand on your golf thing, I did the barn this past Sunday.
Oh yeah.
So that wasn't bad. It was nice to kind of get out there, swing
Who you with?
My brother-in-law and a couple of his friends.
Yeah, nice.
So that wasn't bad. Just kind of get out there, swing the sticks a little bit, and subsequently, I think I'm going to the New England Golf Show Saturday,
Where's that?
Gillette, and their field house.
Oh, nice. That'd be fun.
Do you get deals at those things?
I've heard, yes.
Hmm.
So
100%. They have like simulators and stuff. You can mess
yeah,
around.
I think you could do like a fitting if you need to, different shit. So see what it's all
Yeah.
about.
It sounds fun.
Yeah.
On Saturday?
Yeah, it opens at 9. I'm gonna wake up. Other big news: Portly Pilgrim opens tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, big day for you, Dom.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wake up. I'll wake up Saturday morning. I'll go down, get the missus some breakfast, dump it off to her, then head to Foxborough.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty warm out Saturday and Sunday.
Is it nice?
Yeah. Definitely golf.
Ooh,
Patrick's playing in Falmouth on Saturday.
I mean the Cape might be tough for the middle of March, but
It might be a little breezy.
yeah,
It's going to be hot. It's supposed to be warm. Well, it's going to be nice. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have much. I didn't have much of my entertainment. We just did not too much at all. Took it easy. So Friday we were at Martini's, met with Coach, saw some of the guys, and then the only thing really going on will be Saturday we went and watched the Bees, which was good with some of the guys. That was fun. And then no, nothing much going on for the weekend either. Nothing too much scheduled except for Grace came home, so that was fun. So we did dinner on. She flew in Monday morning, and we did dinner Monday night, and then she flew out to Colorado with her girlfriends to ski, and she comes back Saturday, so she'll be home Saturday and Saturday night, and then flying out Sunday. So it's good to see her. And then we've got the Stevie Rich concert on Monday for St. Patty's Day. That's about it.
Well, there you go.
Coach, when is the golf league?
When?
Yeah.
As soon as weather permitting, probably middle of April. That's what we did last year.
Okay. See if I can pry Jordan out of the confines.
I hope so. It'll be fun.
So, yeah. Top three.
Yeah. What do we got?
Let's see. Last thing we did was top 3 favorite Celtics. Not necessarily the best, but your favorite.
Right. Yeah. I don't.
How about your top 3 favorite New England Patriot draft picks?
I was going to say draft picks or like in general NFL free agents. But that's
Have they had any?
the NFL. But no, that's all right. Yeah, we'll do the Pats draft picks.
Oh, another quick thing. So Rick, Coach and I are into the YouTube golf world.
Okay.
They had the Creator Classic yesterday before the
Okay.
players. There's this guy right up your alley. His name's Fat Perez.
Yeah.
All he does is you got to see this guy. He's a character.
He used to be an accountant. He was an accountant, like pre-COVID. He was an accountant, and then the guy that runs Bob does sports. Like he kept calling in. He was doing a podcast. They kept calling into the podcast, and they were like, "Who is this guy? He's hilarious."
Yeah.
And he's a good golfer, and he's like a miniature version of Big Sean when Big Sean was Big Sean.
Yeah.
He's like a miniature version of him, and he is an unbelievable golfer. And he's on the show now, and they're all multimillionaires, right, Dougie? They gotta be. They got
Bob probably is. I don't know if the other guys are there yet, but
they got merchandise. They got like
they got their merchandise being sold at the players.
at the players. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, the Fat Perez. He drained a birdie. Remember the birdie that Tiger Woods drained a long time ago? Where the guy was like, better than most, better than most.
Yeah.
It was this big long birdie on 17. Rick doesn't remember.
No.
You don't. Rick's not a golf fan.
Yeah, it doesn't care either. So, all right, let's go. Top 3. Here we go. All right.
I am a golf fan. Like I said, I'll watch the 18th hole, perfect, maybe the last 3, and move on.
All right.
So, what do you want to do for top 3?
Top 3 Pat's draft picks.
Pat's draft picks. Okay.
All right, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go number 1 out of the gate. Drew Bledsoe, number 1.
Ooh, you like Scoop.
Number 1 overall. The guy is responsible for the franchise as it is today.
Wow. Wow. That's going out on a limb a little bit.
The guy that built the Pats. He was the first brick.
Wow.
My father-in-law calls calls Gillette the house that Bledsoe built and Brady decorated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he did that.
I like that idea.
I like that.
I would say though it was more Bill Parcells, but that's way more Parcells. Parcells put the franchise on the map when he came in. But anyway, Bledsoe was a good, hard-nosed, loyal guy. Yeah, I give him credit. He's been, I think, really underappreciated for your point coach.
Yeah, he could have been a real problem.
Yeah, they were. I mean, he was gone right after the issue anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah,
he only played 1 season here with Brady, but yeah, he was a good player. He was a very good player. Good player. But too many mistakes. Too many turnovers. For me, let's see. Who do I always like is I'd say a guy that I always liked, and I think was a great pick. And this is my point about tackles. Nate Soldier, big tackle, no unheard of, out of Colorado, came in and they made a nice. That's when they could evaluate talent. That's when Pioli was there, and they made a nice pick there and got themselves a phenomenal tackle. I just had to throw that in to get a legitimate left tackle. You can find him.
Yeah, you're right. I like it. What do you got?
Another guy who is in the trenches who I feel's personality shined more than talent at times. My boy 7'5", Big Vince.
Oh man, great!
First round pick in was like 03? 03, 04, right around there.
Let's see here.
Yeah, either way, yeah, but he's a great one. Out of
Yes, 04.
what school, Doug?
Where did Vince go to school?
I'll tell you.
Come on,
One of the southern schools.
yeah.
Was he the U?
He was the U.
The U.
All right, so next guy, Hall of Famer from the 01 draft, Richard Seymour.
Yeah, great pick.
Yeah,
Yeah, stud. Outrageous he ever had to leave here, by the way.
I know.
Outrageous. But yeah, what a play. Where was he out of?
I don't know. Was he out of Ohio State?
No. Anyone?
Virginia?
Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, really?
Richard C.
Oh, you're right. Anything.
I will take
Georgia, yep.
how about like unheralded like guys that they didn't know would pan out. No one knew, but he was a hell of a player. And he played more defensive end in college. What do you think?
Say it again?
He was an unbelievable Hall of Fame Patriot. kind
So
of.
so this is a pick that became a favorite pick later on. Wasn't necessarily a favorite pick when it happened.
Well, it wasn't like a first round pick, exactly, Doug. But it was
Okay.
interesting how it played out. So it's Eddie Brucey.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he played primarily. He was in Arizona, right? And he played primarily D index, was like an edge rush outside linebacker. And then they picked him, bulked him up a little bit, put him on the inside. Well, actually, the opposite. Took some weight off and let him run around. Loved his athleticism. That's when they were innovative. They would get those guys and turn them into something. What a career!
They used to pick up free agents and scrappy
is a Mike linebacker.
Like Cox and Roman Pfeiffer and those guys. I mean, that's when they knew what they were doing. Yeah. What do you got, Dougie?
So I'm gonna kind of, I guess, tail Ricky a little bit with at the time we didn't know, but it ended up, if once you look at everything, saw where he was drafted. Definitely going to be a Patriots Hall of Famer, probably a fringe NFL Hall of Famer. I know he doesn't think that he will be because he says he doesn't have like the Super Bowl stats. Edelman.
Julian. Yes.
Well, he's got great Super Bowl stats. It's more than he doesn't have the regular season like elite number one stat. But I think he should definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
The real Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
You think so?
But either way, I mean, if Vinatieri didn't get in, basically, I don't know if any other Patriots ever going to get in, but Brady. But what a disgrace that committee is. But yeah, I was thinking that pick too, Doug, because he was a quarterback.
Yeah, Kent State.
I was going to say, Kent State.
Kent State?
Yeah,
That's it.
You know, that's like one of those, they did out of the box stuff then. It was truly impressive.
And then Belichick got full of himself.
Yeah, and he lost it. He lost it. He couldn't do it as with other guys that they had. Let's see.
Belichick losing his fastball.
Well, I can't say Brady because that would be boring.
I guess we're skipping me, Doug.
Oh, you're right.
So I'm going to go.
Tom Brady.
No, another guy, consummate pro, probably ends up in Canton someday, I think, because of longevity, and he was good. Devin McCourty.
Yeah, good pick. Great pick.
You think he'll be in the regular Hall of Fame?
I would say no, but
No?
I do think he's a good pick.
All right.
Maybe longevity. You never know. But I'll tell you the one because I'm going to go back to do a first round pick in
2010.
It ended up being ridiculous.
He
And
played like 14 years.
no, I know these are good.
Offensive or defensive?
Offensive, interior line, first round draft pick.
Mankins?
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
John Hanna.
Hanna, okay.
Ridiculous how good he was.
Wait till you see this save by Allmark.
That's who we are, Doug. That's it.
Rick, you got to see this save. This save is ridiculous. Should be 5-4 right now.
They're battling.
All right, guys.
Oh, I'm not going to do a third pick?
Rick, watch this.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, well, if he potted it down, he would have been in the net.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
So here's another one. Here's another one who is going to be, you know,
save was sick.
I know.
between two. I won't go the boring one. I'll go second round pick in like 01, 02. Ended up being a great player, Super Bowl MVP in the first one. Second one they won in 04.
Okay.
Was it Butler? No.
Deion Branch.
Deion Branch. All right, good pick.
Yeah, he was good player.
Out of where?
Did you go to Louisville?
I don't know. I'll look it up right now,
I think
actually,
you're
that I asked.
That's right. I think you are correct.
Deion Branch College.
Louisville.
Let's see. Where did he go? Yes, University of Louisville.
I have real issues with the college thing.
I'm okay with him.
He's way smaller than I thought he was.
Oh, I know. He was just slick.
He's only 5'9".
You know who his neighbor was?
No,
Next door neighbor was the killer.
Hernandez. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
did
guys.
you want?
You're not even besides getting on. It's seven. We didn't bring up. Like, how about Gronkowski? Now that was.
Well, that
Yeah.
that was going to be my boring pick because then you hear like all the stories about when they brought him in and the guy fell asleep on the fucking conference room table
Yeah, the
and like
back
all this other
issues.
shit. Yeah, the back issues, like 100% Patriots Hall of Fame, and I would say a layup for Canton.
He's the best tight end of all time. People say Gonzalez, but no way. Gronk would have knocked
No
him.
way, man.
Yeah.
Kelsey's way better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kelsey's just playing.
All right,
longer.
fellas.
Episode 79 in the books.
Yep, 79.
We brought it again.
All right.
Snapple. Brought to you by Snapple.
Jane Coit Real Estate. Give a little plug. I like it.
I know it's your competition, Rick. It's all right though. There's enough real estate for everybody.
No, there's not. That's the problem. That's the problem. Until everything comes back. That's getting there, though.
All right, Dougie.